Welcome to Valerie's art class. Today we're going to do this painting, this time without sponges. This is a good beginner with sponges, and now we're going to show you how we can create pretty much the same thing using brushes. Again, the colors that we are going to use is Sap Green by Nice Pro or Nick Pro, however you want to say that. This paint is excellent paint for painting. It's the right thickness to cover your canvases very well. And then we have Sky Blue that we're going to use, the same colors that we used the last painting. And then we're going to use the dark marine blue. And also going to add white. And our brown. This says simply acrylic, and it is brown. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do the same painting like I said before, but this time we're not going to use the sponge. We're going to create everything with a brush. I'm going to use this brush first. It's a square brush. It's a little brisk. I might try to use a softer one later on, but I'm going to try this brush first. All right, let me get my water and my palette ready to go. To do with the brush. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of water, and I'm going to start with my dark blue first. And I'm just going to start do the edges. And some white. I have to use a toothpick for this because I can't find the cap to it. And a little bit more of this light sky blue. And away we go. Oops, my picture fell down, but that's all right. I'm painting the edge, as you can see, as I go along. I'm adding a little white. Now the sky is going to look a little bit different because, like I say, all paintings don't look the same, and that's a good thing. So as you can see, I'm just adding color. And I'm just drawing the paint across so it's mixing in with all of the other color. It's going to be a darker sky. But as you can see, I'm using a brush this time to create this sky. And I'm just using brush strokes as if the wind is blowing. Painting the sides. And then I'm going to add a lighter color over top. Just letting my brush do all the work for me. And I'm adding color. Again, I'm going to paint down the sides and the top. Yeah, you want to make sure you get your sides and your top done so that when you hang your picture, it won't show. Okay, so now I want to add clouds. So let's take a little bit more lighter color and just squiggle my brush kind of like in a C shape, and that kind of gives you your clouds. See, if I kind of make circular motions with my brush, I can make clouds. I always go from left to right so that I can make my clouds more prominent that way. And then I can just smooth them out a little bit. And I just go over my sky and get the colors that I want. And I just play with it until I get it to where I like it. So you play with the paint and it dances around. Okay, and just go over it until you get it to where you like it. getting to where I like that pretty much. Okay. Okay, I like that sky. I think that sky really looks good. Okay, now we're going to start on our water. I'm going to rinse my brush off. And you notice I'm painting on a puppy pad. And the reason I do that is because I can always take off my excess water on the puppy pad. All right, here we go. Get some sap green. Mix it in with my blues and my other colors. A little bit of white more. I gotta add some more white. I've used quite a bit of white on my sky. I think I'm gonna put a bigger cloud in there too. Let's see, maybe I'll do that. Well, I rinsed my brush off. Let me... just kind of add some clouds in here. Yeah, I like that. Kind of define your clouds a little. There, I like that. All right, got my clouds. Now I'm going to do my water. I mixed my little bit of blue and green, and I'm going to draw my line. And I'm going to paint the side. bit of water, not a lot. I'm going to wipe it off. And we're going to continue painting our water. We're going to do the same as we did with the sky. We're going to put a little bit of dark blue in it, a little bit of white, and we're going to make our water move, as you can see. Okay. A little more water. And you notice I'm turning my brush to create lines sometimes. So you can play with your brushes no matter how you look at it. Moving your brushes different directions creates different design. And I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom with my water. And I'm going to get a little darker down towards the bottom because I'm going to put our rock in to put our lighthouse on top of. So the water can be a little darker because I'm going to add the highlights on the waves hitting the rock. Oh, I got a piece of something, must be a chunk of paint, came off on my on my board. All right, once we get all of this done, we're going to go over it, smooth it out. Get all the paint off my brush. Make sure the bottom is coated good. The reason why we do that is when we hang them on the wall without a frame, we want to make sure that what you're looking at is the picture and not the white sides of the frame. So we want to make sure that that is covered. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to start using my water to try to blend it in a little bit more, because it helps move the paint when it's still staying wet. Oh, there's another piece. Oh, where that stuff is coming from. Now if you look at the ocean waves, you'll see that it's different colors. I'm going to add a little white to that now. Let me get a little bit of white out because I've already got the paint in my brush, so adding a little more white is going to make it look wavy. Getting this paint everywhere. Okay. All right, let's back up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. All right, I'm hoping you can see the whole thing. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in my brush. Tap some out on my puppy pad. Take some of my white. And go over my painting as so you can see that it has the water effect. Now I'm going to rinse my brush out really good. Make sure I get all the paint out of there. Okay, so now we have the water and we have our sky. So now let's work on our rock. Okay, so for that I'm going to use a rounded brush because we're not using sponges, so we're using brushes today. And I'm going to get some of my brown. Now if you mix brown with a little bit of blue, you can make it darker. You're not using black because you don't want to use black altogether, but you can use the brown mixed with the blue a little bit to make it a little bit darker. And then you can mix it with the white to make it a little bit lighter. So we always start with the dark first. I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. Tap it out on here. Okay. And I'm going to start with the blue and the black mixed together. As you can see, it almost looks black. Okay, with the brown. Now I'm going to say, let's see. I am going to, I'm going to put it on this side of the canvas. I'm going to draw it out. Do the side of my canvas.
Can't afford to stink. That's why Old Spice Total Body Deodorant is a way to stay fresh.
Sorry about that. My TV is going crazy. All right, and I'm going to curve it down a little bit so it goes into the water. And I'm going to start coloring it in. Trying to figure out the size that I want. Okay. I don't know if I want a bigger size or not. Let's see. Okay. So now I want it to be a little darker on the inside of this little island that we're having the lighthouse set on. So I'm going to use a little bit darker colors to make it look that way. And then I'm going to use, I still have my brown. I'm going to mix it with the green to give it more definition of the water. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm mixing the brown and the green together, and it's bringing it okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of light white to the brown, and I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, as you can see, it's going to lighten up. See, I'm creating like a shadow. Using white paint now. Okay, I'm going to take some of that paint off so I can blend. You notice how quickly I did that. I did that so that you can see that it takes the paint and it blends it in with the other paint. Okay, there. Now I'm going to use a little dark brown, and I'm going to put some in here and some over here. Okay, now I want to rinse my brush out. Make sure I rinse it out good. I'm going to grab another brush. Okay.
All over. I'm a bird stuck in lip.
This brush, I'm going to do some detailing with the water. Okay, so as you can see, just a hint of water. Little water. Add a little water, and that kind of makes the, you could thin it, and while it's still wet. Don't try to do this while the paint is dry, because if you try to do this with the paint dry, it's so you paint it on and you add a little water, and then you spread the water, and it kind of makes it blend in with see how that blends right in there with the little water. See, so you could paint with water too. It just adds a little character to your painting. See how that does that? A little bit of water. Because your paint is still really wet, so you want to do this when it's wet. Okay, so this painting is not going to be exactly the same as that one, of course, but this one is going to basically be the same painting with a lighthouse, a water, and some trees. It's just done a different way, and it's done with a brush instead of a sponge. Okay, So now we basically got that. So this painting is going to be a little bit different than the other paintings. So we're going to add some land on this side. A little bit of water. We're going to make it look like a elevated rock. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So as you can tell, the way my brush strokes are going, it's kind of choppy, which, you know, that's what I want. I want a rock that's choppy. And that's what we're doing here. But I also want to make sure that I cover all of the green. Add a little blue in there, make that a little darker. Yeah. See, when you add the blue in, it makes the brown darker. And as you notice, I'm painting the edge down here at the corner. See, I'm painting the edge. Covered up. Make sure that my edge is painted. And then paint the corner over here on this side. Sometimes it's hard to paint the corners because because it is. Okay, now I'm just going to add a little bit of white up in here to kind of highlight the rock. Okay, and that kind of gives it character. Add a little blue. See how I add the blue and it kind of gives it a little bit darker color. See, I'm going to add some blue in here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I want to add a little blue in there too. See, if I add the blue in, it makes it a little darker, and I like that. It looks a little more rough. And yeah. Okay. I like that. All right. Now we're going to work on our lighthouse. So what we're going to do, since I have quite a bit of water on here and everything, is I'm going to wash these brushes out really good. And I will be back to finish this painting with you. Okay, I'm back. It's still a little wet in spots, but I'm going to go ahead and use this brush and use this to line my lighthouse. So I'm going to just use white paint for now, and if it blends in with the brown, that would be fine too. So I'm going to put my lighthouse here. It's very hard to draw a straight line, but I think my sky is dry enough for me to rest my hand down here. Oh, maybe I should turn it this way a little bit more. I try to turn it where it's very easy for me to draw a straight line. Oh, I know this is wet. All half a circle. I think I need a little water. And then again, like I did the other one, I just use the brush and fill it in. Okay, now I'm going to turn it upside down. Okay, and I'm going to reinforce my line going up. Okay, I'm going to turn it around this way. And try. My arm is shaky today. Okay, then just fill it in. Okay, and then we got to decide on where do we want our door? Where do we want the top of it to go? Do we want it any wider? Do we want to add the house to it? Yeah, we're going to use the house. So let's go ahead and add the house. So we'll go this way. And fill that in. I'm going to use a little bit of blue because the white is still wet, so I'm going to use the blue to make a shadow so that you can see. It's kind of gray. Okay, now I'm going to use brown to do the roof. Okay. All right. used a little bit of blue to give it a shadowy effect. Couple of windows. Now let's do the door. I added that there to show that there's a way to get in and out of there. All right. Rinse this brush out really good. Get all the paint out of there. Okay, I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to start doing the top before we do the windows. So the reason why I'm turning it upside down is because I'm right-handed, and again, I know you people know that I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to do this way. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the dark, oh wow, the dark blue and the brown mixed together to make my darker brown for the top. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make this straight. Maybe I should use a smaller brush. What do you think? I'm not getting it straight. Yeah, I don't know. I think I better use a smaller brush. Let me rinse this one out really good. Okay, I thought that was going to be small enough. Let's see. Do I have one here? Aha, this one. Yeah, this one will be better. Let's see. I think I need a little water. A little too much water, but that's all right. I'll let that dry. And I'll let that dry, yeah. Okay, so let's turn this around and start doing our, whoops, oh my goodness. I'm having all kinds of problems today. Look at that, too much water. So again, we make a mistake. We get a piece of paper towel and we get rid of that. I'll get up and get my paper towel real quick. Accidents happen. Okay. There. We'll let that dry a little bit. We could fix that. There's no problem with that. So we'll work on our windows for now. I used a little bit too much, water, but that's okay. So we'll use this brush for our windows. Okay, now let's darken up our door a little bit. Oh, kind of hard to make this square. Okay, we put quite a few windows in there. All right, now. Oh my goodness, Valerie. Just one drop after another, I'll tell you. That's why it's always good to really wait for your paintings to dry. That way you don't have to worry about, oh God, now I'm putting paint on my canvas. Oh no. That's right, a happy accident. It'll look like water, that rocks in the water. Let's see. Little water. Happy accidents. That's all. Happy accidents we fix. Oh my goodness. Happy accidents. Yeah, happy accidents. fix. Oh my goodness, what a day. All right, this is still really wet up top. Let's see if we can get this off of here without putting any more paint on here. I'll just paint that over. Try to get some of that paint off of there. Yeah, paper towel comes in handy sometimes. It just absorbs that paint. We'll just paint over that. No big deal. So, see, you can have happy accidents. And we fix it. So we're going to let this dry. I'll be back. Okay, I turned my painting upside down so that I could do this again. It's dry now. So let's just go ahead and get our paint ready. And start this over again. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, sometimes if you use a little too much water, and then you have a mess. So just take your time, and if you mess up, you just get some paper towel and clean it off. Because I definitely did use way too much water on that one, and it kind of really made a mess. But you can always fix something, you know. If you get too much water on it, just put some paper towel in it, let it dry, and start over. It's not that hard to do. Okay, so we fixed that. Now we're going to go back and over our windows again. I got a smaller brush, as you can see, this time, so I'm going to be able to define my windows a little better. I put in a little bit more windows in this picture. I don't know why. I guess maybe I just wanted it to be different. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a little chimney on here. I'm going to kind of outline this a little bit to bring in the color a little bit more.
Guaranteed first. This is gonna be expensive. Like, it's not expensive. It's an all-day thing.
Okay, now I'll get my white. And, oh, goodness gracious. My white is really taken up on me today for some reason. Not wanting to, oh, look at the pieces that are stuck on the bottle coming off. Okay. Okay, a little more brown. Just a little bit of brown. I'm running low on my brown. Yeah, I'm gonna mix my brown in with kind of making a shadow. Okay. Okay, now rinse my brush out really good. All right, and now I'm going to go along my black. Oops, I want to make sure I get all the water out of there. Don't want it to drip on my black again, because that would not be good. Okay, so I am going to highlight oh my goodness, Maggie May. Okay. All right. Let's see. Turn it around this way. Very hard to get the size of everything. some windows look like they're bigger than others. So we just kind of outline them a little bit and make them smaller. Yeah. Okay, now I'm just doing streaks here and there because I want it to look like it's stucco like the other one, but I don't want it with brown in it. I want it mostly white, you know. So all right, now we're getting there. Yeah, we're taking our time. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right. I'm just adding a little bit of water and a little bit of brown, kind of giving it the shadow effect. Little water, not too much. Okay, because I don't want the water to run. Okay. Too much paint on that. Yeah, I got a little bit much water in there again. It's hard to know just how much water to get, so you got to kind of play with it a little bit and kind of spread it around so that you can get it to where you want it. Gosh, I got too much water. So I'm just going to spread it around a little bit, kind of make my doorway. Take some paint off of it Okay. All right, now. Okay. Okay, I'm just kind of doing my rocks. Trying to make it the way I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right, I like that. Phew. All right. Now, instead of doing a tree on this one, I'm going to just do some bushes. Let that dry. Okay, let that dry. And let's see, over here I'm going to do some bushes. Okay. So I'm going to get some more sap green. Whew, time to clean off my top. Wow. Got a lot of sap green stuck on my lid, so I'm going to take some of it off of here. All right, a little sap green. Whoops, I got too much. Didn't want that much sap green, but that's okay. And once again, I'm going to use this brush. I'm still waiting to find somebody that can tell me what this brush is called, but it's pretty good. Oh yeah, and I'm going to use a little blue and a little black to make my bushes kind of mixed together and interesting. Oops, don't want too much. And of course, a little white so that I can have lighter color as well. This one's gonna have bushes and flowers. The other one's just a tree. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the darker color first. Okay, I'm going to do some on the bottom and the side here. Now I don't want a whole lot of bushes, but I do want to have some growing over the rock. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit lighter green. And some darker green. Okay, now I'm going to put a bush over in here too, because I think that would look really good with a bush over in there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, rinse that brush out really good. I'm gonna have to wash that better, but I'll get that pretty well cleaned off here. Okay, now I'm going to use another brush, this one, to define my bushes some more. Okay. So, first I'm going to do the green and the black. And a little brown mixed in there. Okay, this is to give it like a three-dimensional color. Okay. Okay. Now, let's do dark green under this bush. And then a lighter green, I gotta wash the brush out because I got a lot of black in there, so I want to wash my brush out and get some of that black out of there. And then just get me some good green here. Okay. All right. And some white. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. Okay, I think we'll add some flowers to this. What do you think? What color flowers should we use? Pink? Everybody seems to like pink flowers. Okay, well, let me wash this brushes off and I'll come back with some pink and purple flowers. Okay, I'm back and I decided not to do pink. I'm going to do purple flowers. And I'm going to use that brush again because that makes really cool flowers too. So I'm going to dip some little tiny bit in the purple. And I'm going to just put some purple flowers. Huh. Maybe I should wait for it to dry a little bit. But let's try the yellow. Let's try the yellow. Yeah. I like the yellow. That looks good. All right, let's rinse this out. Maybe I'll use a smaller brush since this is still wet. I just don't really want to so I'm just going to do little dots here and there. Make it look like these bushes have flowers on them. And I'm not going to do a lot, just a little bit here and there. Just to show you how you can put flowers in. Okay, I like that. How do you think that looks pretty good? Okay, so now over here, I'm going to do a lighter purple, almost like a violet. By mixing a little white in there with my purple and mixing a little. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Okay, I like that. And we'll do some more yellow over here. Rinse this off. Okay, maybe down in here we'll do some yellow. Yeah. Now remember, the paint is a little wet, so it's not going to be all that good, but it just adds color. And that's what we want. We want to add color. Oh, bless me. Okay. Got a little bit too much green in that yellow. That's because okay. Let's see. Put a couple more little bright yellow ones in here. Okay, I like that. And we'll leave the rest of it like that. Although I want to make my tree over here, or bush, a little bit more defined. Okay. Get all the water off of there and make a little bit lighter green over here. Kind of make it like a tree. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Now I'm going to make this a little bit lighter. I got to put some more white down here. Okay, I've got a little white there. I know the paint's still wet, so we could define these bushes like this. Okay, well, now,
When enamel is gone, you cannot get it back. I recommend.
all right, now I'm going to put a light here. And I did it with a little bit of water mixed in with it, because what I want to do is kind of move it around like this, move it around like this, and see how we're making the light. Kind of shiny. So, what do you think of this one? It is definitely different from this one. This one has the tree and the rock, and then this one has the rocks and the grass and the bushes and stuff in the water, and it's got more lights in it. So I mean, it's really different from the first one, but I think it came out really good. So what do you think? Do you like this one with the bushes? Look at that, isn't that pretty? And the house, and then the light at the top, and the sky painted with a brush. Or look at the water, isn't that amazing? It's amazing what you can do with a brush too. Okay, and then this one is done with a brush. I mean sponge mostly. The clouds are done with a sponge. See, so you can really, oh, look at that tree, doesn't it look amazing? So you can do a sponge. Uh-oh, we have a mess over here. I have to fix that. Somehow the water got wet, and okay. And you can do splashes on the rocks, which I didn't do the splashes over here. I just got calm waters. So there's a big difference in a lot of them. The top of it is different. It's a taller tower. The sky is different. See the sponge and that fancy brush that I like to use. Look at the strokes on that. That is just really so good. And that was done with a sponge. See the light hitting the side of that tower? Isn't that nice? I got to fix that house, so it kind of got messed up somehow. So don't forget to sign your paintings. I've got to sign this one. I guess I'll sign this one over here on this side. You know, left or right side. But I think it came out awesome. Look at the purple flowers. Isn't that pretty? And the water looks so amazing. And that's all done with a brush. Okay, so which one do you like better? Do you like this one? Gotta have it focus in. Or do you like this one? I think they're both great. Okay, I'm hoping that the next beginner's class will be a step-by-step for another painting soon to come. I have to figure out what we want to paint. You can put in the comments of what you would like to paint. And let me know. But I think this is a really good idea. And it gives you an idea of what you can do. It's so simple. It really is. It's relaxing and it's fun. So I hope to see you again on our next painting. Bye-bye for now.